This is your official Leguizamo spoiler warning. If you have not watched 2005's George A. Romero's Land of the Dead and you do not want it spoiled, we will be spoiling that film. Spoiler warning.
Peace. I hate the word.
Hello and welcome to the third last episode of Mish and Zach's Leguizamo podcast, where two friends watch everything they can get their hands on, starring or voiced by or featuring their favourite actor, John Leguizamo. I'm one of those two people. My favourite... Give me something, Mish.
Sorry?
Give me something. My favourite...
Zombie film.
My favourite zombie film is probably the original Dawn of the Dead.
Ooh.
I'm joined by Mish Wittrup, whose favourite zombie film is...
28 Days Later.
Yes.
It's in my top 30. It's in my top 30. I created a top 30 and it's in there.
That's great. It's a great film. We're joined by a very special guest. She is a comedian, performer, comedian, does character stuff, has been on the Grouse House channel. You might know her from that.
She's won awards.
She's won many awards.
She beat out really great comedians to win those awards. Really awesome newcomers that really wanted a shot. She beat.
Okay. All right.
We've never actually discussed that.
I think now is the perfect time.
Shit.
I framed it if you want to hold it.
Didn't realise to make that connection.
I didn't either until right now.
Get ready for actually, that's fine. I'm so happy for you. I've only ever been jealous of Zach for being on Rage.
Facts.
I'm really happy for you. Stop bringing it up. I'm really happy for you. Stop bringing it up.
It's Frankie McNair.
Hello. I beat Mish.
She did. And it was a good moment. It was good. I remember because I directed Mish and I was like, that's good that you've been nominated. That will give you a fire up your bottom.
Yeah, I got the laurel on the
But
poster.
to lose
really...
the win, you get the laurel, but to lose the win will like keep you hungry.
and you best believe I'm still hungry.
We're joined by B.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Never been nominated.
You got money. Adelaide gave you money.
Yeah.
Adelaide gave you money?
Yeah, they'll give money to people.
Oh, I want...
You just, you should apply.
I want money from Adelaide. Well, how do I do that?
There's an application. I'll send it to you next time.
Okay.
You just got to do the application.
Frankie will probably get it.
Tell you why?
I did apply
Can
for
I tell
it,
you
yeah.
why? Can I tell you why, Mish? Raise your hand if you applied for it.
You miss 100% of the grants you don't apply for.
Yeah. Wow.
And 100% of the grants you apply for that Frankie also does too.
But then also, Frankie and
I don't want this to be our narrative. I genuinely don't want this to be our narrative.
No, we can rewrite it. We can rebuild.
You should have heard the vitriol she said about you when she told me. That's not true at all.
Mish, I'm so nice.
No. So for anyone who might be a bit confused, Frankie and I were both nominated for Best Newcomer at Melbourne International Comedy Festival in 2022.
Yeah.
And Frankie won. And it's genuinely anyone who saw your show that year. There was like it was like Mish should have got it. No, not at all. It was like one of the greatest.
It's because I'm fucking Susan Provan. That's why I won.
Yeah, well, that's fair. No, it was truly one of the greatest.
You were right, Mish.
What?
She's fucking... Oh, wait, was that a joke?
I heard Frankie's fucking Susan Provan.
Yeah.
The head of the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
Susan, call me back.
Wow. No, Mish has never said a bad word about you.
No, I've got nothing bad to say about Frankie.
I believe that.
Yeah.
There's so much love here. And I'm happy for you.
Say it like that. There's actually so much love here. There's actually
really
a lot.
It's great. Okay. No, should we do this blurb? All right. I'm so...
Please.
Please, for the love of God.
Please, for the love of God, do it. I read it and then Frankie's like, I wrote a blurb too.
I'd love to hear your blurb, Frankie.
John and I wrote it together.
It brings us all to tears.
Wow.
It's the most beautiful thing we've ever heard.
Wow.
The movie gets like a whole like second win. People start watching it again.
I don't want this to be
that everything I touch turns to gold. I think that's nice for me.
Yeah, Frankie's back in this narrative.
I think this is lovely.
We don't have to move on from this. This is fine. All right, let's do the blurb. We're talking about our third pick.
Number three
Number
of
three.
the best and most Leguizamo-y, like best and fairest.
That's the first topic. Yeah.
It's like best and fairest. It's both best and fair. We have considered both things. It is the best and most Leguizamo-y things.
And I would
this is number
argue
three.
that this one might be a bit of a surprise. You already know what it is. I said it in the spoiler, but I think it's like, I don't know if people would have expected this in our top 8.
I think we bang on about it a lot.
I bang the fuck on about this film. Anyway, let's talk about it. Let me do the blurb. In 2005, the queen of zombie films, George A. Romero, directed Land of the Dead, an action thriller set in post-apocalyptic Pennsylvania. Zombies have taken over the world and, for the first time in zombie movie history, have started to develop independent thought and community. As the living dead plan to destroy humanity, humans try to deal with this situation inside their walled community run by the Iron Fist of Dennis Hopper, by relying solely on Simon Baker to save the day while they partake in zombie wrestling. Everyone is dressed like they shop at Off Your Tree. John Leguizamo plays Cholo, a badass who gives no fucks about Simon Baker's moral compass. He wears a cool jacket and, spoiler, he turns into a zombie who sets out to kill Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Frankie?
Oh, it was a movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It had pictures on the screen that I watched for an hour and 28 minutes. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. It was so fun. This movie just starts.
Yeah.
It just fucking starts.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, it drops you in. It kind of, there's a lot of exposition on the go.
Yeah.
I loved it. Simon Baker?
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's he been?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's great.
Isn't he gorgeous?
I want to give him a little kiss.
Starting with the top of the, like you said, because it just fucking starts. What I love, one of my favorite things about this film is in the opening 30 seconds, it's panning across, like, obviously this desolate post-apocalyptic now zombie world, and it's just showing zombies like doing zombie things, and it goes into like a little pergola type thing, and there's this band there that can't play their instruments correctly. They're these like zombies, and I think it just sets the tone of like, you can just have a bit of fun here.
Yeah.
This is just a bit of fun, by the way, because the opening credits are quite scary. Like, it's very like horror. That it creates this kind of like very like horror vibe, which I'm into. She likes them. But then it does that, and I think that shot of that band with a guy just bashing a trombone against the side of a pergola and someone trying to play like a saxophone or something just is George's way of being like, this is a bit of fun, by the way.
The thing I think I love
that.
about, I mean, this is probably later in the conversation stuff, but the thing I love about it is there's this whole thing about like elevated horror that people talk about now. Like, it's like, oh, it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for this. It's a metaphor for, it's always a metaphor for grief. Oh, it's a metaphor for grief. And it's like, as though people making horror weren't smart 30, 40 years ago. Like, it's not elevated horror, it's horror. Horror's always been this really smart, interesting thing. And what I love about Romero and what I love about that like era of horror filmmaker is like, they are smart enough. They would be making A24 horror films now. They would be making non-horror films if they had gotten the chance. They are smart enough to do elevated horror, but because they don't have to show how smart they are, they can then just have fun with it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, here's all these ideas, here's all these concepts, here's all this like metaphor and allegory, but also this zombie wears a cheerleading outfit and their head explodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first zombie you see is still holding a briefcase, and I saw that,
that's
and I was like, we've done it. We're in for a ride.
Yeah.
Every single zombie has a character trait.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
So fun. So fun. One of the reasons why I love this film is it started my love for zombie films.
Yes, yeah.
I had never seen any. I had never seen, except for Shaun of the Dead, which I loved, by the way. But it did. Shaun of the Dead made me go, comedy's fun. Didn't make me go, I want to watch zombie films, right? Yeah. This one, when we first watched it, I remember being like, I don't like zombie movies, having not watched them, which is very close-minded of me. And then I remember the first time I watched it, I just went, I want to watch all the zombie films. And I have now. Well, like a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I love a bloody zombie film. And this one just, It sits in the same kind of category that I would put 28 Weeks Later.
I haven't seen 28 Weeks.
Well, I won't give anything away.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of like, no, this like Land of the Dead's a bit goofier, which I really like. I really like the kind of goofiness, but it has the same kind of mid noughties action kind of campness to it.
Oh yeah.
That I really got into, and it really started my love affair. This was my first boyfriend of a zombie film.
This is do you know we should maybe one thing we could do on Thursdays sometime is a zombie one, because I've never gone deeper than the big ones.
I would piss myself.
There was like
for
a
that.
whole Italian era of zombie films that I haven't watched.
What do you mean?
So Night of the Living Dead.
Pourquoi? No, wait.
Night of the Living Dead. You know how in movies they have the copyright title card in a movie, in old movies, they have that little copyright in the year. Like,
No.
you know, like in an old movie, they'll have the title of the movie and underneath it they'll have a little copyright. Yeah. That was a legal requirement. This is my understanding. That was a legal requirement. And when they made the first Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero directed it. Like, this guy invented the zombie movie genre. And then reinvented it. This is what's so cool about him, is that he just kept revisiting it and kept upping his game. It's
insane.
But he... someone fucked up and didn't put a copyright notice on the title card of the film. So technically, Night of the Living Dead is out of copyright. So if you go to any bargain bin DVD, there's always like Night of the Living Dead, because anyone can make a DVD of it. Anyone can...
Can we... Melbourne comedy scene.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead.
We could
do it.
recreate it. Oh
You
my
could
God,
do
that
it.
would be fun.
Yeah.
That would truly
We have
be fun.
no budget.
Not again.
Can you put it on at any cinema?
I don't know the full story, but I know that no one owns it, right? But it also means that, so he does his sequels, but his sequels aren't direct sequels. So he did Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead. Oh. But there's also a whole series of Italian produced films that are Night of the Living Dead 2, Night of the Living Dead 3,
I haven't seen
because
any
they
of those.
could just do that. Like, and there's all these different films that are like illegal direct sequels, and like
That's awesome.
there's this whole world of zombie films that I haven't stepped into. Like, I'm just on this top level big ones, and I would love to go deep with you. I think that would be really fun.
Let's go deep.
Would you
Let's
say
go
like
deep.
Italian produced zombie film? Are you talking like kind of like spaghetti western style?
I
It was
think
just like
so.
they just made it in Italy because it was cheaper to make it in Italy.
And I think the Italians just knew how to do
I love that.
like that. Because, I mean, yeah, spaghetti westerns are incredible.
Yeah.
Like, they're just such a fascinating genre of...
There's got to be a zombie western.
Surely.
Oh,
There's a
it's
zombie
not
everything.
Comedy festival.
Bang bang.
Everything's a business
Bang, bang, bang,
opportunity.
bang, bang.
We can do it.
We're just pitching.
Bang,
You
bang,
and
bang,
me.
bang.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Best newcomer again, Mish. Bring
Yeah, you've never been a pair.
Can you imagine? Frankie'd probably win it.
In a grand break from tradition, we will be awarding Best Newcomer to one of the two performers. Even though you're both nominated.
Yeah, we're nominated as a
As
duo.
a duo.
As a
It's
duo.
Frankie
But
and
they-
Mish.
but
Frankie
they
and
go-
Mish. Not you. Not you. No. Frankie!
And you know what I do? I'll give it to you.
Ah, that's good. That's really good. Or don't give it to her, but in the speech be like, I could not have done this without
Yeah.
you. This is yours too, baby.
No, you would. This is what you would do.
I'm keeping it
You would
for me.
express what an awful decision it was, but you wouldn't give me the award, and we'd probably not talk for a few weeks after. But you'd be like, I think this was a poor decision made by the comedy festival to only give it to me. And Mish, this is just not. Justice has not been served, and I'm angry for you. And I love you, and you've really helped me. And then just photos of you on the paper with the award. Like, oh, that's some good stuff.
That's good.
Do you have a favourite zombie film? Are you a zombie film boy?
Okay, here's the thing. I do love horror movies, but I am the kind of person where like I will watch them. I loved this because it wasn't too scary and I could yell at it. But yeah, if I'm watching like a scary zombie movie, I do have to kind of do like this, or anytime it's like quiet for too long, I just like soft focus my eyes to like the corner of the screen so I don't have to watch it. But I don't know. So I love watching them, but I'm bad at watching them, but I love to scream at them. But yeah, when you guys were saying your favorite zombie movies, I don't know what mine would be.
It's fair.
Well, that's fine. Yeah,
It's
no,
so
it's a
fun.
fun journey.
I really like. I enjoyed
But this
watching.
is cool.
Walking
This is
Dead.
cool that you watch this one. Like, as someone who's not that like, but like, what did you feel about it?
It felt like I loved just like how silly it was and how heightened everything was. Where like John Leguizamo like immediately gets a crossbow on his arm and like shoots like, a zombie in the head, and I'm just like, that was so fucking unnecessary. And I love it. Like, I just love like everyone just kind of like hamming everything up so much.
Yeah.
And also just that thing of like, it kind of reminds me of like Goosebumps, like that.
Loved Goosebumps.
Like I guess like the way it looked, and I guess maybe like the budget of it, of like they're like, we're in this poor rough and tumble area, and there's just like clearly a smoke machine going.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, yes, I loved
It's so good. It's so good to see that kind of like. What part of what I love about this film is like it came out off the success of the Dawn of the Dead reboot, off of 28 Days Later. There was this zombie moment, but I kind of love that he comes back, but he still keeps the 70s aesthetic and the 70s vibe. It's still very practical effects. Every zombie has a character. The other thing, like, it's like 28 Days Later, the creators were really, really insistent that it wasn't a zombie movie. They kept being like, it's not a zombie movie. And in a lot of ways it is, and in a lot of ways it isn't if you get too genre-y about it. But one thing that's interesting is like, you know, in 28 Days Later, they run and they're like really intense. And then like Zack Snyder copied that for his Dawn of the Dead remake. And then suddenly zombies were running.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was proper. It's like I've been watching horror since I was a kid because I loved Goosebumps. I love horror. I love horror films, right? And I don't get scared very often anymore. But the first time I watched 28 Days Later, which was not that long ago, like it was very recent, it was scary just having these petrifying things run fast at you.
Because
I'm out.
Yeah.
I will absolutely watch it, but the whole time I will be doing that, I'll go, nah.
Because but that's what I love about it. It's like, it isn't a zombie movie if you get like really caught up in what a zombie movie is, but it's like it is as well.
Yeah.
But it's that thing.
I fucking love that movie so much.
Yeah, but then it's also really great to just go like, all right, that's what they did, but we can still have the slow zombies here.
Yeah.
Because I love what a slow zombie does to a plot. I think I talked about this last time, but I love how not threatening they are when there's one of them or two of them or three of them, and they only get threatening as
En masse.
there's more
There's
of them.
more.
Yeah.
I felt bad for them.
Yeah.
Like they're like driving by. Also, they wasted so much ammo in this movie.
I love
they
that.
had no respect
I love that.
for
Like,
how much ammo.
This is a scarcity society,
It's
and
that,
they're
like,
just like.
like, oh, they only had canned food. Let's grab. We need antibiotics, and then they're like, there's one zombie. Like, and they're just driving through.
It's
And also,
literally the bit where the zombie like hits the electric fence and he's zapping, and then he's like, shoot it, and then she's just like, I'm like, it's already dead from the electric fence. You can walk up, use one bullet if you have to.
Yeah.
you could like
Love
stab it in the head.
Love it.
It was just so good. Like they were just like, oh, everything else is scarcity, but we got a bullet maker. We got a bullet machine. Don't worry about it. Use as many as you want. Eat the bullets. But like,
Which one thing I'll say in defense of this bullet thing, this whole movie is very obviously like a metaphor for like American imperialism, and the idea of scarcity with everything except bullets kind of works.
Yeah, it's very
kind of
true.
fits in.
This kind of feudal society they've created.
We've got
You have to be in bed by midnight, but you can just have some bullets. Hundreds of them.
enjoy your mattress filled with bullets.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there were all these zombies just walking.
Yeah,
and they're in
yeah.
this giant truck that they could just hit them, but they're just minding their own business. And they're like, bam, 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 bam. I felt bad for them. And then Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
We love Big Daddy.
I love Big Daddy.
Who plays Big
So
Daddy?
Big Daddy, I don't know. It's worth looking up. Big Daddy is for the listener. And for B, have you seen this film, B? No, this is good. You can be our listener.
Do you like a zombie film?
Yeah, have you seen Dance of the Dead?
No.
Okay.
That
Well,
rings a
Yeah.
Welcome to the chat,
Yeah,
B.
But this movie is like,
Eugene Clark is Big Daddy.
cool.
That's I just want to say Eugene Clark.
This looks familiar.
Literally
No, maybe
goes.
not.
He's in Tech War.
Yeah. This is what's great about horror movies in this genre is it's like actors that you never get to see in other stuff.
I have literally never seen this in Big Daddy and anything else.
So Big Daddy, for the listener and for B, Big Daddy is like, I don't think he's ever called that in the film.
He's never called that. Not
But
once.
he is the leader of the zombies. And basically there's this...
He's
thing
credited
that
as Big Daddy, though.
in the last week, you know, they've noticed that the zombies have become a little more... They're gaining back some of their humanity, but also there's this cool thing of like they're figuring out how to use tools, and they're like, and he is the smartest of them and kind of the leader of them.
Which we know he's the smartest of them because he is still in his like uniform from working at the petrol station, and Simon Baker is watching him from afar as he picks up like a petrol pump from like the Bowser and looks at it and goes, and Simon Baker goes, they're getting smarter. Because he's trying to remember. He's like, petrol does. I remember petrol.
It's so good.
It's just really funny because it's like, yeah, they are getting smarter, but you're also so much smarter still. Like, even if they gain 50% of their intelligence, you can still beat them. Like, it's going to be okay.
But that's what I love about it, right? Because yes, up until there's 50 million of them, you know, up until that's why I love zombie movies, because it's like it's this thing of like, well, they're not that scary. Well, now there's 3 of them, they're a little scarier.
Yeah.
Now there's 100 of them and there's only one of us. Oh, now they're scary. I love that. And Shaun of the Dead does it perfectly, where they're
So
funny until they're not. Like,
Yeah, it's so good. It's such a fun. It's such a fun movie. I don't know. I think I don't love the idea that they're getting their independence and that they're starting to get a little bit smarter. It's not my favorite part of a zombie
oh,
film ever.
really? Why is that?
I don't know. I just kind of like. I don't know. It's just that's not what grabs me with this film.
What I like about
But it makes it a very unique. zombie
What I
film.
like
It's not
about
done
it is
before.
is 2 things. Is it makes it unique. Like it's a thought. It's a thing to think about. I don't necessarily like they're getting smarter as a threat, because I don't think that's.
No, that's.
What I like is they're getting smarter as like a moral quandary.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I felt like. And you were talking about it. You feel this sense of like, oh, just because we don't understand them, just because we don't know how it is they're operating, doesn't mean that they're inherently evil, doesn't mean that we should be killing them. And I think when you look at what else the film is saying and you look at, I think it's really interesting.
I mean,
Very
that's
good point.
exactly what Simon Baker says, and he's so close to looking directly at the camera and being like, this movie's message is, because at the end they're like escaping their old town and all the zombies are in there, and then they're like walking and like someone like lifts up his gun and Simon Baker's like, no, and he's like watching them all like find their new home, and you're like, oh great, and then Simon Baker says, they're just trying to find somewhere to go, like us.
Yeah. It's so funny. Normally I hate that. Literally there's a pause. It's so good. He's like, yeah, they're just looking for somewhere to go. And I literally, they give you enough time to go, just like them. And then
I saw a movie. So, side note, I saw a movie yesterday. That was the whole movie. It was called A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. It's the Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell film that's out at the moment, right? And it's the whole movie. It's just like I don't even let me get started on it. I could really fucking bang on. But it is that. It was that whole way through, that kind of like, what do you reckon this is about? I'm going to tell you exactly what this is about. Very annoying.
But
anyway.
I also, it's funny though, because it's like, I think that this movie does that a lot, right? And it's very easy to accuse it of that. Like they say, there are direct words. There's a moment in it, right, where there's a couple of things I really love that happen in this film, which is like, it's a bit of a trope in the genre of like it doesn't take long. Like I think Last of Us does it the best, where it's like it doesn't take long before human division becomes a factor again. Like I remember when COVID happened, like people were like, oh my God, it's brought us all together. And that lasted like a week. And I think like what I love in Last of Us is like they're not the main threat. And I really love in this, it's like there's this layer of like they're not the main threat. And then you think it's going to be between Simon Baker and John Leguizamo. And then there's this point where, like, so roughly for the listener and for me, the plot is like Dennis Hopper lives in the tower, is really wealthy, pisses off John Leguizamo, so he steals this big $2 million truck that can kill zombies and everyone. And then he sends Simon
Dead
Baker.
Reckoning is the name of the truck.
Oh, yeah. And he sends Simon Baker to get the truck. And I reckon it would have been like a quarter of the budget went to that truck.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Mad Maxified garbage truck.
So
Beautiful.
cool. And then he goes and he sends Simon Baker to get the truck. And then you think it's going to be this showdown between these two guys. And then essentially there's this moment where Simon Baker gets the upper hand. And he's just like, do you think there's going to be this confrontation? And it's just like, all right, I got the truck now. You good? And then he goes to everyone on the truck. He's like, anyone want to go with him? And one guy's like, yeah, I'm on his side. So he gets out. He's like, you can take our car. You want one of our guns? He's like, yeah, all right, see you, buddy. And they go off. And it's this like incredible moment. Like, I actually think it's really incredible because it's like, that I don't know, anyone else but George A. Romero would have had them at least fight and then separate. But this idea of like, they're not the enemies here. And then you've got Simon Baker, who's like, he'll kill a zombie if it's in his way, but he's not going to kill them if he doesn't have to. And I love that moment. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, very true.
And so interesting. Like, so interesting, this idea of
Because
like...
they're just trying to find somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Like us.
Like us.
True.
It's that, like, that's really obvious, but then the way the humans interact, I think, is there's more subtle allegories there of, like, how we're pitched against each other.
Oh, yeah, that's where the conflict was for sure.
Yeah, and then I think, and I love that it's resolved. It's not resolved. It's like, all right, peace, see ya. It's so cool.
Good luck out there.
Yeah, because it's like, we don't need to fight, we're good.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I really love, there's this moment where, you know, like, George A. Romero, like Night of the Living Dead, very famously, people say it's an allegory for race and stuff. And George A. Romero has said, no, I just happened to cast a black guy and you've put that on. But what's really interesting is zombie films, often race is a thing and often like class is a thing and all this stuff. And it's that thing of like when there's a metaphor and it's really direct and blah, blah, blah. And there's this moment, like right at the end, where John Leguizamo becomes a zombie and he goes to kill Dennis Hopper, and Dennis Hopper uses a racial slur, like calls him.
Oh yeah, I went. Oh
yeah, right.
Really jarring. Yeah,
it's really jarring, right? But I think there's just something so powerful about that. I don't know. I just thought that was so interesting because it's like. It's all metaphor, and this is a guy, and we're reading between the lines, and then it's like, no, this guy also is just a fucking racist. You know what I mean? Like he
says it as he's over a bag of money.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's just like after all of this, after everything, after zombies, after all of this, this guy still gives a shit about money, and he's still a fucking racist.
It was it's so good. Like not that he's a racist, but you know what I mean. So good. I love him. And I can't believe he died. It's so sad.
But yeah, the money is so cool as well. Like, it's like, what point does this... He's built this society where money still matters, but he's going into the wilderness with bags.
With just bags
of money.
Yeah.
And also, are they living in a mall? Is this like a giant society of rich people? It looks like a mall.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I love. I was like, absolutely live in this like Art Deco mall.
Yeah, very cool. I loved the little underground wrestling area. Like obviously very, very dark, but was most 2005 kind of like grungy, gritty 17-year-old boy's idea of a really cool club.
Asia Argento is dressed exactly like if I had watched this movie in 2015, it's like they got a costume designer. They got a costume designer for everyone else, and then they just said to a 15-year-old boy in 2005, "And how should we dress us?"
Yeah,
costume designed by some 15-year-old boy.
Yeah, she's just this little like, and there's one point where she's like, God, and she gets out of like her little tight, sexy black thing.
Her body fishnet.
Yeah, her body fishnet. And she's like, oh, just put on a jumper now. And she puts it on and it's unbuttoned to like her navel. And she's like, comfy.
That's better.
She's got her little titties out. That was just like, yeah, She's a fun character, actually. Like, imagine being able to play her. She'd
Yeah,
be
it's a
so
great
fun.
character.
But also, she is just there to satisfy the horny 15-year-old boys.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's such the outfits as well are so.
John's jacket?
John's jacket. Do you remember we talked about that at length?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
because it is a superior costume.
His jacket.
His jacket, I feel like anytime that there has been like a guy on a motorcycle, in my head, they're wearing that jacket.
Yeah.
That's the jacket of the bad boy.
Yeah.
I like
The bad
a
boy
black
jacket.
leather jacket with a red stripe on the front.
Come on now.
Doing something to me.
What's so funny about that jacket is we watched this, probably like 4 years ago now. This was one of the first ones we watched. And I remember seeing that jacket 4 years ago and it was out of fashion 4 years ago, that kind
Yeah.
of jacket. And I remember going, and we talked at length about it, where I was like, that jacket's going to come back.
In a big way.
I was just like, that jacket is incredible.
Yeah.
And then right now it's not, but I it's like, we got to invest in that jacket. And it has come back because it
Yeah.
is so fucking great.
It is
so
great.
Like just
There's-
this red stripe. Kinda.
it's the bad boy jacket.
2005 bad boy.
It's so good. And can I just say, thank you for the gift of this movie, because there is just one scene where for no reason he's just shirtless doing pull-ups in the
Yes.
truck. I watched this with my housemate and we both just went, yeah! And I didn't listen to a fucking word he said.
And look, this isn't the point as to why we love John Leguizamo. It really isn't, but it is worth stating that, in my opinion, obviously he's a beautiful man. He's beautiful in most things he has done. I think this is the hottest John Leguizamo
it's
film.
I
It's
would-
one of the reasons it's in my
Hollywood-
top 8.
It's Hollywood Guizamo.
Yeah, this is the
Holy
hottest.
dooly.
He has 0% body fat, and he is just the most beautiful looking man in this film. He's so attractive in that bad boy kind of like, oh, yum, 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 John. Well done. I'm so happy for him.
It was insane. It was crazy.
Yeah.
He was just the scene before, shirt on, sitting down, talking.
Yeah.
Cut to Simon Baker doing something. Cut back to the truck, shirt off, pull-ups as he's still talking. I was like, where am I? What's happening? Maybe. And then he stopped doing the pull-ups and kept talking. And my house, we were just objectifying this poor man. We were going, no, go back up. Go back up. Boy. Maybe you jump back up. Maybe you just jump. No, go back up.
So
Go
good.
up, pull, pull, pull.
Hey,
No, I was just going to say the Simon Baker. This is such an aside. The Simon Baker, John Leguizamo duo in this film reminds me. 2000s was the last time. Fast and the Furious had it as well with Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. Was the last time movies had two kinds of hot man. Like it was this thing that they would do, and they don't do it anymore. They're all
The same height?
They're all for the boys now. But there used to be this time where you would have, hey, if you like this matinee idol, slim, blonde haired, like beauty that like is like not that ripped, you can have him, and then you can have the bad boy too. Yeah.
Maybe you could have both and they do a little kiss.
It was that, and that was like, you even think back, like that was the old way. Like you go back to like 10 Commandments, you had Charlton Heston, who was rough, rugged, and then you had like this pretty boy.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah. Get that back.
Sorry?
Get that back.
Fun fact, just a little aside, I'm not a pretty boy kind of girl.
No.
Fuck, man. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Paul Newman is so fucking hot, and he's a pretty boy. So hot. Anyway, not the point.
Wait, you're doing Paul Newman over Robert Redford?
I am in, yeah. I'm not a huge, I want to, wait, hold on. Respect to Robert Redford. What a hottie. But Paul Newman is so attractive.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, even on the little bottle of dressing, he's hot.
That's so funny.
He is, like, he's just hot. He's a beautiful looking man.
Yeah.
So why did you put this in your top 8? Why did this make your number 3 spot for Legz?
It's a great role for Legz. It's right in his like wheelhouse in terms of third billing. You know, he just is like we've talked about it. Great ensemble player. but then he's getting to have fun with it because he's kind of the bad guy, but he's not all the way to the... It's just a really great role for him. Morally complex, great example of Hollywood Guizamo, all that stuff. The reason why I picked it was because it was a really great moment for me. It was one of the, like... We've watched some rough shit on this podcast, and I think we would have a lot more listeners if we'd picked something other than our favourite character actor as a topic, right? But one of the reasons I've loved doing this podcast on a personal note is it's really reignited my love of film. Like me, I wouldn't be doing the screenings I'm doing. I don't think I would have done a show about Margaret and David this year. It really reignited something that I loved when I was a teenager and sort of fell away from. And this movie in particular, when we watched this movie, was one of the biggest kind of like turns of the key in my brain, which was, I think I had not fallen out of love with movies, but just like, yeah, it wasn't something that I was like, I can't even think of the word. It was something I was trying to get back into. I was trying to get back into movies. And
You were in a slump, a movie slump.
Or just a slump. Yeah, in life, I think. But it was something that like I wanted to get back into movies because I used to love them as a teenager and in my early 20s. And I really wanted to get back into movies. And the way I was trying to do it was only watching like 5-star art house. Oh, you must watch. You simply must get around to this. And I was like doing it like work and watching this film was like, no, when I loved movies as a teenager, I was watching that stuff, but I was watching this stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, it was that love of going to a video store. We talk about this a lot. And just going, this looks fun. And it was fun. And that's all you asked of it.
Yeah.
This idea of like...
Well, it goes back, like, I'm on board with everything you've just said because that's sick and I'm so happy for you.
It's why I don't give star ratings. People ask me a lot why I don't give star ratings on Letterboxd.
So
this film is one of the clearest and best examples of that. I don't want to give this a star rating. Like... a star rating will reduce it down to something that like it's a fun movie and it means a lot and it says a lot and it's awesome and fuck a star rating.
The way I grade a movie as to whether I like it, I've said this 100 times on the pod, but is whether or not it is entertaining. I was entertained by the film. Like I don't like the history of or why it was made or who made it and whatever. At the end of the day, all I really care is that I enjoyed it, that I was entertained by the film, and this really is one of those. I was entertained by this film.
The whole time.
Yeah.
I was fist pumping the air.
Yeah.
I was going, what? Why? It was great. The end when Big Daddy remembers petrol and picks up
Huge moment.
the petrol pump, and I went, oh, he's remembered. And then he just stabs it through the windshield wiper and turns it on. I was just like, we've done it, folks.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
You've made a movie.
And then he left. Oh, it was perfect.
Beautiful. I put it in my top 8 for pretty much everything you said as well, which is that I think that this is such a great ensemble movie and it is where John Leguizamo does his best work. And I go back to what Dougie Baldwin said about 45 years ago on a pod when we did a Christmas special where he said that he thinks that what John Leguizamo does better than anyone he's seen is he's able to understand the energy of an ensemble, take that energy and enhance that energy. But he recognizes the energy created by the ensemble that he's in. And I was just like, well, that's the most fucking astute thing you've ever said. Also,
that's
you've
why
worked...
you're a successful
that's why you've worked with Kathy Bates. It's why you're incredible. You're over in LA right now doing great for yourself. I'm proud of you, Dougie, wherever you are, man. Good on you. But I think that this is one of those movies that just so encapsulates what John does best.
But then I think gives him opportunities to shine within that.
He shone in this movie. Like, he may not have been like the main star, but anytime he was on screen, I was like, we're in for it.
Oh, and such a... I'll also bring back to... And you, because you experienced it for the first time, for us, John Leguizamo, up until the point we'd watched this, it was a very kind of typical pattern of he died in the first third or the second third of the film. So when he goes to Dennis Hopper and he's just like, can I have my apartment? And Dennis Hopper's like, fuck off. And he's like, all right. And he goes to leave. And then Dennis Hopper goes, go kill that man, to one of his little cronies. And then they follow him down the stairs and they grab John's, like, Zach and I were both like, well, he's about to die. And we've got to watch a whole movie that he's not in. And then John just fucking elbows that guy in the head.
And does the thing where you do with a gun where they always smash it 3 times to get it out of someone's hand.
Yeah, and then smashes his head against a wall. He's fucking knocked out. John walks out and ends up being,
we got 2 more acts of John Leguizamo.
It was so good.
Thank you.
And then still died at the end, which is so in keeping with a Johnny Legs moment.
Died twice.
Yeah.
Died twice.
And the moment
died as John, then dies as zombie.
I love the bit where he gets bitten and his mate's just like, all right, you want me to shoot in the head? And John's like, nah.
I've always wanted to know what it's like on the other side.
Yeah, how the other side live.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on now.
It is great.
Yeah. Love. A worthy holder of the third place position. 100%.
Any final thoughts from you, Frankie? Sorry that you're dealing with 2 psychopaths.
No, I love it. I had such a fun time watching this movie. It was a gift. It was a good amount of horny. It was
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really it was really fun. I loved it a lot. I want to make more silly movies.
Oh, so fun.
More silly Billy movies.
All movies need to be is fun, a little bit horny.
Yeah. Fun and horny.
And also Simon Baker. Where are you? Get him back here.
You're just a charming little nugget.
He's just charming little Aussie nugget. Yeah.
Charming. What a charming man.
Just
and also, he didn't do the
carries that.
Australian slip up. Not once.
True.
In that accent. That was a solid accent the whole time.
You're so right.
Did
Yeah.
such a good job.
Where are you, you adult blonde man?
Come back. Thank you so much for listening to this wonderful episode of Leguizamo, if I do say so myself. Frankie, where can people find you?
Frankie McNair _ on Instagram, and then you can use that as a jumping off point. You'll find me around, and I just walk around.
And I do believe this episode is coming out in November, the end of November, maybe, I think. So just make sure that you just keep a little eye and ear out for Frankie McNair come 2026. That's all I'm saying.
I'm around. I'll be around.
All right, B, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Hey, Zach, you too, man. No.
Whoa.
All right, we'll see you all next week for our number 2. What will it be? Okay, bye.
The Mish and Zach Podcast is recorded on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We believe that our collective culture will never reach its full potential until we embrace the history and the truth of the oldest cultures of this land.